In the beginning of the story, we see a hitman. Hitman is those people whose work is to kill someone. And this man's name is Sakamoto. Many people come in front of Sakamoto, who he starts killing one by one. And this work was not bothering him at all. He kills all these people badly. And we are told that some time ago there was a legendary hitman, whose name was Sakamoto Taro. Every gangster was afraid of his name, and every hitman wanted to be like him. But one day he fell in love with a girl, and he left his hitman work, and he married that girl, and he had a daughter too, and he has become very fat, and he works at his small shop. One day a boy comes to his store looking for Sakamoto. Here Sakamoto was looking at a child aiming at him, who comes to his shop again and again. Suddenly the ink bottle falls from the behind of this child, due to which a man's white pant gets dirty. See this, that man gets angry, and he picks up that child. He was going to punch that child, but Sakamoto grabs his hand, and then he puts his pencil in his neck and kills him. Actually, he doesn't kill him. He just thinks of doing this, and that man goes out of the shop. This was also seen by the boy who came here looking for Sakamoto. He knows that Sakamoto was thinking of killing that man with a pencil. Actually, this boy is also a hitman, and his name is Shin. He is also called Isekik, as you can read people's minds. Sakamoto now thinks of slapping him. Seeing this, Shin gets scared and says that I am Shin, and I used to work under you. These two now go out and sit, and Shin says, that is, you are really working on a small shop. Shin wanted Sakamoto to go back to his old job. Sakamoto says in his mind that my hitman days are over. Shin says that you used to be a legendary hitman. Every gangster was afraid of you. After all, how can Sakamoto leave all that? Sakamoto does not answer his question and starts eating his noodles. Shin says that now he has become so fat that it is difficult to recognize him. Saying this, he starts burning his cigarette. But Sakamoto cuts his cigarette at the speed of light, because there was a no smoking board here. Seeing the speed of Sakamoto, Shin understands that even though he has become fat, he is still as dangerous. And if he wants, he can also kill Shin. Then a delivery man brings some of Sakamoto's stuff, and he also needed Sakamoto's help. What Shin hears is that maybe Sakamoto still does the hitman work and pretends to be a normal man. But it was nothing like that. Sakamoto needed help to cut his hair. Sakamoto used to help the people of the town in small jobs, and everyone from children to old people used to like him. Seeing such a big hitman working so hard, Shin gets angry and says that in his eyes, Sakamoto's respect has decreased. After this, Shin goes and sits in his car and thinks that he has seen Sakamoto after 5 years, but he is still so amazing. Even after having a fat body, his aura did not decrease. I wish he could work with him again. Shin gets a call from his boss who asks, did you convince Sakamoto to come back to work? Shin says no, on which his boss says, then kill him. If someone leaves our gang, we will clean it. This is the rule of our world. And if this work can't be done by Shin, but he will send someone else. Shin was actually sent to kill Sakamoto, but he is his big fan, and he doesn't want to do this. But after thinking a lot, Shin understands that he has more. There is no other option. If he doesn't kill Sakamoto, someone else will. So if you want to kill Sakamoto, then it should be in his hands. The next morning, Shin returns to Sakamoto's shop, where his wife says that you came yesterday too, right? But Shin does not give any reply to him, and he goes inside the store with a silencer in his gun. Shin says to Sakamoto that he is leaving the town today, so he came to say goodbye to Sakamoto before leaving. After that, he fires a bullet at Sakamoto. But Sakamoto throws the candy of his mouth out, which hits the bullet and changes its direction. After that, he throws an ice cream on Shin and disappears in front of him. And Shin is not even able to read his mind. Now Sakamoto comes behind him and hits him hard on his face. Because of this, Shin falls far away and says that he came to fight Sakamoto. After that, Shin gets unconscious. When Shin comes to his senses, he was in Sakamoto's house, which is on the upper floor of his shop. And Shin doesn't understand why Sakamoto brought him to his house. Is there poison in this food? But his body doesn't have the effect of poison. When Shin eats food, he looks very tasty. Maybe he ate food from home after many days. And Sakamoto also had the same reaction for the first time. Shin is feeling so good after eating this food today that he never felt like doing any work. And now he understands that Sakamoto left that work for these small joys. He thanks Sakamoto for the food and goes. Sakamoto shows him a board on which it was written thank you. Then definitely come. Shin goes to his gang, where his boss scolds him a lot, that why you couldn't kill him. Shin now says to his boss that let Sakamoto live. He is very happy with his family. Everyone laughs when they hear this. His boss says that Sakamoto has broken the rules of our world and has shown his responsibilities, so we'll have to kill him. Shin now says that I die instead of Sakamoto but leave him alive. Boss says that, okay, if you die, we will leave Sakamoto. And then Boss says in his mind that how stupid he is, why will I listen to him? Shin listens to his mind and points the gun at him, after which there is a fight. Here Sakamoto was listening to all this sitting in his shop. After this he presses a button, from which we see that a lot of guns were hidden in his shop. He takes out a taser gun. Here Shin was somehow alive, because he can read the minds of people around him, so it was easy for him to hide. One man fires a bazooka on him, but still Shin survives. Boss says to everyone, if you go near him, he will read your mind. So stay away and surround him. Shin's bullets were now over, and 3 people surround him. They were about to kill Shin, but Sakamoto comes from behind and puts a taser on him. Seeing Sakamoto here, Shin and his boss are both shocked. Those people now go to him to kill Sakamoto. But Sakamoto, who had brought only 2 chopsticks with him, he starts killing people with them. He was also catching the bullets running from these chopsticks, and he starts killing everyone at the speed of lightning. He was fat, but he had a lot of power. Boss asks his men to shoot him together, but Sakamoto saves himself from all of them and cuts their guns. He also kills his boss along with the goons. Seeing all this, Shin understands that he is still a legendary hitman. He asks how he found out that Shin is here. Sakamoto now tells that when Shin was unconscious and Sakamoto had put a tracker in his gun. Shin now says that as per his promise, he will leave this town today, but Sakamoto gives him a uniform of his shop and says that he will get 400 rupees per hour and overtime money separately. He was offering to work in his shop, for which he agrees, and from the next day, Shin also starts sitting in his shop with Sakamoto. He sees that Sakamoto was emptying all the cups of ramen. With the power of reading his mind, Shin was able to give people the right things. And Sakamoto's wife and daughter also like him very much. That kid also tells him to go out and play. But Shin says that his shift is not over yet, and this is much better than his last job. That kid asks, "What did you do before?" On which Sakamoto says in his mind that if you tell him, I will kill you. So Shin says that he used to work as a cleaner, and the episode ends there.